It's kind of pathetic, you get all erratic about dirty dishes congesting the sink. I'm tired of your bothers, remember our fathers that dwelled in a world filled with rubbish and stink. But when all hope was lost, someone raised from the dust. He was handsome and cunning, his haircut had style. Courage was shining in his eyes as he said, screw you guys, mind your own business, I'm off now, goodbye.
Huzzah, he's off now, goodbye.
Now as it is written, our hero was smitten and rescued the maiden from impending doom. On a horse made of steel, evil guys on his heels, he rode with a girl into dawn's early gloom. She awoke by his kiss, well at least more or less, and the whole part concerning the uppercut scare can be pinned at least to some extent on her damaged brain implant. Anyway, in a big picture, who's gonna care?
Huzzah, who's gonna care?
Historians would die for a way to decipher apparently missing text passages here. They still found no reasons why scratches and lesions related to goals subsequently appear. But then why should it bother you? For he finally managed to haul her more or less unharmed to the rendezvous spot, and that without expecting any pay except for the reward. But it's not about the context, so get on with the plot.
Huzzah, get on with the plot.
Now look at you startled, the brain implant cartridge has not been swapped, which was all part of the plan. The world has been rescued that he did detest. Who'd have guessed, I attest, you'd have done just the same. So if you still want to force me to do stupid chores like washing the dishes, do the trash and such, you'll just prove that you haven't paid attention to what I said. The message at its core is like huzzah as a rule.
Huzzah, the chorus guys rule.
You're being pathetic, again about accurate bacteria in the fridge, it's getting boring. But packing bags due to dirty socks I threw to lampshades rim borders on unadorned scorn. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? There's grass growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifices, and oh gosh, now I have to start all over again.
Huzzah, all over again.
Only the most epic tales feature cool depictions of saw blades crushed into cable boat walls. The attempt, though a blunt stunt, affected goals and planned, which surely can't be blamed on Rufus at all. Reckoning up the sum, the best was yet to come, for the end of part one seemed a little too coarse, and to amend we'll send him to attend a second chance for a decent happy ending, a grand fling with dancing and booze and so forth.
Huzzah, with booze and so forth.
Malevolent karma, so close to the drama, causes fresh doubts in her course disarray, and she left him behind, though still not in one mind, planning to reunite with her fierce fiancé. But if you think it's time for Rufus to resign, so close to the finish line you don't know him at all, for heroes gather momentum on the brink of the Mageddon, and thralled by the squall they put balls to the wall.
Huzzah, put balls to the wall.
Left in the lurch, on the verge of the perch, their search for the submerge was brought to a halt. They stopped Donna Goldspins with torpedo dolphins, and finally Hope Glints I cannot exalt. How extendingly aced he was dragged to the base. Now the bell for the last round was about to chime. The showdown was imminent, and if not, I apprehend the chorus guys will have to work overtime.
Huzzah, we'll work overtime.
August's plan went awry, and end of the story. You have to admit you enjoyed it a bit. Now you saw reason, dump your egotism, and weigh it against the public benefit. Because close to the bonus, where you need cojones and platypuses and memberships to opposing underground organizations, so to unpack the bag. Now it's anyway way too late to sack me, and secondly, where am I gonna stay?
Huzzah, let's hope far away.
So this is the third strike, you're dumping me just like a trash bag. Why? Just because of some mustard on the carpet, you pathetic doghead. I assume that your humor did just bite the dust. But this isn't over yet, yeah, you can bet on that. The last part of my tale will surely appease and change your mind anyhow. So turn on your Death 8 now. The story goes on, for good things come in threes.
Huzzah, good things come in threes.
So the cutter struck sails, wrecked as Tony's mum scales, and off as much a whale for the long road ahead. Still the mood in the group was just super, whoopie-doop, yeah, except that they slowly grew ripe for the bad. For they knew that they would have to go on by foot. No problem, for such a walk is all the less stressful if you sing along with a motivating song. And to emphasize this, I'll flood the cabin of the Coast Guys with helium gas. Before a champ decamps to adventure and enters the lion's den, he attends an obscure purification ritual. Yeah, that's a habitual narrative. Look it up, it's for sure. Polished to utmost cleanliness and dressed up as his nemesis, he chose, backed by gold, to go out on a limb. And that they had to leave their friends of old out in the cold was basically their own fault. Advance never hold, because breaks are for wimps.
Huzzah, because breaks are for wimps.
Regarding Gold's death and the loss of the Ascension codes, I desist from my usual bomb modes. Things were in a mess. The tightness in his chest was no less as big as the Colossus of Rhodes. And as he fell from the skies, his life flashed before his eyes. Bereft of hope, no courage left to black up, he did finally comprehend this was a definite end. Game over this time, he completely fucked up.
Huzzah, he completely fucked up.
Wow, Rufus a clone, wow, well what do you know now? That's mind-boggling news, but I'm sure you can cope. Just put on your slickers and hitch up your knickers, for once more there flickers a speckle of hope. Well, things do look black, you need someone to check all the bulbs at the tunnel's end. And if by hap it turns out to be a cloning lab, you can prep for a quantum step. For 3 times the reverse is 3 times the jab.
Huzzah, 3 times the crap.
No! The final maneuver proved as a move no more nuts as any other plan there was at hand. A perfect occasion for a contemplation of all the events and the writer's intent. It may seem safe to say that Rufus's way for saving the day is a little snafu, but when shit hits the fan is when a decent man's plan would be deeper as ever a diver with a scuba to do.
Huzzah, with a scuba-dee-doo.
I'm closing my case, there's nothing left to say. Any last questions? I take that as a no. But if you feel battered, your whole world is shattered, I may have a helpful suggestion for you. Just grab your harmonica and sing about Deponia, and Rufus' dream of a life more ideal, and the fact that sometimes there may be just one last chance to save the day if you let go. And if that's so, I'm off now for real.
Huzzah, he's off now for real.